welcome back to our channel. My name is Paris and
I'm Chef Ray Sizzle, Ray.
yeah, so today we're gonna make some lobster Alfredo, and well, not we, he.
She don't be cooking like that.
Don't say it like that.
Okay.
I be cooking like that. If
My
I want
bad.
to cook like that, I cook like that. But no, so we're making some lobster Alfredo. We did a poll on our Instagram asking people what they would want Rayshawn to cook, and they voted on lobster Alfredo. So we're gonna get that started. I'm just gonna be here to, be sous chef and make sure that he ain't messing nothing up for y'all.
All right.
Bottoms up.
Cheers. Gotta start it with a drink. All right.
Please don't do this if you're not over 21.
Yes, please. We're gonna start with our ingredients. We got 4 lobster tails. Normally I would use bigger lobster, but this is all they had at the grocery store right now, are the smaller ones. Normally I probably would only use like 2 big ones, but I got about 4 of the 6-ounce lobsters.
And I really like, so usually he be making like this lobster mac and cheese that's super good too. So that was also a part of the poll, but that right there is fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a reel for that one. And then of course our peppers. Our red pepper, yellow pepper, ooh, red pepper, and red onion. We're gonna use a lemon to take away some of that kind of fishy taste that comes with lobster. You always use a lemon, something acidic.
For like seafood and stuff?
For most seafoods, yes. And then we got some spinach to go with our pasta. Heavy whipping cream. It is the best base to me to make any kind of cheese-based sauce. Just because it kind of mixes more with the cheese rather than using milk. You can do the same things that you do with heavy whipping cream with milk. It just takes a little bit longer. I like the heavy whipping cream better.
We got our 3 cheese blend. You already showed them that?
3 cheese blend with our Parmesan Asiago. And then we do some freshly shaved Parmesan when
this
making.
more? I never had that.
Yeah. When making.
No, I say I never had that. We usually get a 3 cheese blend, but
it's normally not that in there. You're right. It's
like
normally a different one. It's Parmesan Asiago and.
What's the R one?
Gruyere? No, I don't know. It don't matter at this moment right now. Shaved Parmesan is best when making those sauces. To me, it just breaks down better than the grated Parmesan.
And whatever.
Yeah, whatever you choose.
Brand y'all use,
yes.
Yeah, whatever brand. This is just the brand that we normally get from the grocery store. Is this brand right here?
Yeah.
But get whatever brand y'all want to use.
And then we got our seasonings. Some Slap Your Mama, of course. Some lemon pepper. And then I like Kinder's. And so I got Kinder's the blend. I keep it in a smaller container just because I use it so often. But then I also have this Kinder's red jalapeno garlic to give it a little bit of spice. And then we got some Obey.
Of course, Obey.
Okay.
Obey. Do you want to put these in here? It's not boiling yet.
Yeah,
so
you can. Yeah, the noodles is not.
Well, we're only going to take 1 pack. Why you got both of them out?
You can put the other one away. The other one don't even match. That's the thing about it. It's thin spaghetti. I'm putting those things back there because those things will be going into our sauce. So we're going to start by moving all of our seasons out the way so you can see what I got going on. I am going to first cut all the legs off of our lobster. I like to do this because it just makes it easier to... It makes it easier, like if you are deshelling your lobster, if the legs are not still attached. Some people like to cook their lobster with their legs on. Some people don't mind it and don't care. It's one thing I like to do just because it makes it easier to pull that meat out of there once those legs are gone.
But you're not deshelling it though.
No, I'm not deshelling it when I cook it, but you're going to deshell it when you eat it. And so it makes it easier for you to do that as well if the legs are not attached.
I know how to cook. I'm not gonna say I don't know how to cook because people just have the assumption that I don't know how to cook because I don't have to cook.
Yes.
That's just what it is. I just don't have to cook.
And we joke about it a lot. We talk about it and make jokes about it. But Paris does know how to cook. She knows how to cook some really good meals, especially stuff that she like cooks often with her friends and stuff like that. She got a couple of dishes that she's mastered and she cooks. But also can just read a recipe and cook stuff really well. She's also a really good baker. I am not the best baker. I can bake a little bit, but baking is about being precise and following recipes to the T, and that's just not my specialty. I'm very much a person who likes to take my own and make my own twists to stuff. So add my own different ingredients. I say, oh, I like a lot of garlic, so let's say put a tablespoon of garlic, but I'm gonna add a bunch of garlic because I love garlic. And you can't really do that too much when you're baking.
No.
So I like to cook more than I love to bake. So first I just took those legs off, and then I take my scissors and I cut down the back. This is just to help open it up so I can get my blade in there and cut it in half. Cut all 4 of these down the middle. It also helps when I am removing that vein that's in the back and getting rid of all that nasty stuff that's in there. Cut it directly down the back like that. And then after that, my blade just fits down the middle where I cut. A few rocks back and forth and it'll cut it right in half.
And it should look like this.
I guess I should say it should look like this. Someone always trying to tell me what to do.
No, but Ray Sean be loving when I'm in the kitchen with him. We enjoy being in the kitchen together from time to time. I'll be trying to like sit and just chill. He be like, no, I'm not gonna sit in this kitchen and just be cooking. You need to come in this kitchen too.
Yeah, I mean.
So I don't mind being in the kitchen ever, but that's
and that's mostly in other places that we lived. In the place that we live now, our living room and our kitchen is very open, so I don't say that as much as I used to. It's very much like living room is right there. I can see everything that's going on. I don't feel like I'm in the kitchen by myself. We're cooking right now on the island that's in the middle of the living room in the kitchen. And so it was our older places when the kitchen was like off in the cut or off in the duck. Then I'm like, I'm standing in this fucking kitchen by myself and everybody else is doing their own things.
Except when we lived on Norfolk.
Watching TV and enjoying themselves, and I'm stuck in the kitchen by myself. So that's the one thing. I don't like feeling like I'm missing out on the party, you know?
Hooting and hollering.
Hooting and hollering is crazy. So then after I do that, I'm gonna take them over here to the sink and just rinse them really quick before I season them with the blend. This has salt, onion powder, and
not onion powder.
It does have onion powder in here. The blend has salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder all in it.
Oh.
She's telling me to put some more, and I don't need to put more because I'm also going to season it with some other things that have salt in it.
Stop talking about me. I'm over here.
You're telling me to
I'm over here in the backyard.
put more salt.
I'm over here in the backyard whispering.
Slap your mama.
I'm just about to put the fettuccine noodles in here.
Please.
They boiling.
Also has
They
salt
boiling.
in it.
They boiling.
So I'm about to also season it with Slap Your Mama.
I'm gonna use the whole
And then
box.
on top of that,
I use the whole box.
yeah, I'm gonna season it with Obey, which also has salt in it.
Okay,
So I did put a lot of the blend on it because that is a salt-based blend, and I don't want to add too much salt to the food. But I appreciate your help.
Because you gotta put salt in the sauce.
You gotta put salt in the salt at this point. That's what she wanted to do.
Salt in the salt. I love the salt. But I don't like our salt.
No,
I
we
just
don't
like
use large.
flavorful food.
Yes. And then sprinkle some of that jalapeno garlic, some red jalapeno garlic on top of there.
Because we also love spicy.
I love spicy food. So.
Y'all know how to boil noodles. Put water and oil and water.
Y'all know how to boil noodles.
Pasta.
I'm gonna squeeze just some lemon on top of them and let them sit while I cut up my onions and peppers. The other half of this lemon is going inside of our sauce.
Cheers. You ready for cheers or not?
Yeah.
Intermission? Intermission cheers.
Cheers. I always cut my peppers from the bottom. You can cut your peppers however you want to. To me, it just makes it easier because then you can cut right around through these lines and then kind of peel it back. And left in the middle after you cut it from the bottom is all of those seeds and that top part and the stem, and it just makes it easier for me that way. Get these little Alright, now we to the stove. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some butter in the bottom of my pan because I'm about to get ready to sear those lobster tails. Dropping these in there now. Alright, so this is what they should look like when they are done. I pour that heavy whipping cream in there. That's what's going to give it all that flavor and add to the flavor of our sauce.
And the butter, take it and bring it up to it, y'all.
Exactly. 4 tablespoons of butter in there, along with my onions, my peppers, my minced garlic. The base of our sauce. It's gonna give it some flavor. Alright, you see that boil? It's boiling, so now we're going to add some 3 cheese blend. And then we're going to whisk that in.
Your whip game got to be so strong.
It's just a constant whip, that's all it is. If you can't constantly whip, if you ain't whipping when you whipping,
Then you ain't in the water whipping.
then you ain't making a sauce. Because it's a constant, you can't stop because you're like, oh, my arm hurt. You can't stop because your kids say, Mama, I need my iPad. Daddy grabbed that juice out the refrigerator. You can't stop. I'm adding in my cheese. I will give you measurements. I add about maybe 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. I add about 4 tablespoons of butter, about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. And then I add about 1 cup of the Parmesan cheese, and I add about 3/4 cup of the 3 blend. And that will make you a good sauce if you keep whisking it and letting it boil up. Those are, again, like I said, my measurements, but I've done it so much that I just add what I add. And you can add in your spinach. And you can just let that continue to simmer. Cook that cheese. Cook those peppers. A little bit more. I undercooked them when I cooked them the first time just because of the fact that they're going to sit in this cheese sauce a little bit longer, and I didn't want them getting too soft. So now I'm just cooking my sauce down. You add that spinach in there, it adds a little bit of water to it too. So you just want to let that sauce boil a little bit. just to give it a little bit more thickness before I add my pasta noodles in here. Sounding real mac and cheesy right now.
Go ahead.
Alright, thank you for following us. Please, if you want to subscribe to our channel, here's our money shot. Our camera died, but we're gonna still make it happen every time. Please, please, subscribe and follow our channel. Thank you.